Hi guys, I'm out again for another wild camp, and this time I'm in the beautiful Lake District near Ennerdale, and I thought I'd stop off at this place, Blakeley Raise, and the location of an ancient standing stone circle. That's 12 stones, and at one time they were all taken away by farmers and landowners, made into gate posts and used as building material. But what they did was they measured the sockets that the stones went into, and they returned them all. They went round and got them all back. Go home, fell wanderer, bastard! And they built these monuments in beautiful places, quite high up, or where, you know, you had views of the surrounding countryside. You know, 12 stones, perhaps it was like, used it for, like I've said before, I think they've used it for like, maybe it was a calendar for the seasons, to mark the passage of time, to know when to plant their crops. You know, when you reach the winter or the summer solstice, you know, because they didn't have clocks in them days, this could be one big giant clock or calendar. It's just totally fascinating. And all within view of the beautiful Lake District. I think I found my camping spot. Just going to bivvy the night. Gear wise, well, 3-season sleeping bag, thermarest, I've got a ground sheet, got the sill top one. I'll not need that tonight, like. I'm not even going to put it up. Tent pegs and the hunker bivvy, camping pillow, cheap and cheerful from Lidl's at Aldi, I still can't remember where. And I've got some cordage, which I use for guying out my tarp. Food wise, well, just the usual, loads of dehydrated stuff, with the exception of meatballs. I haven't got the look what we found meatballs, I haven't seen them for a while, so I've just brought some of these, cheap and cheerful, 45p a tin, and some mash, noodles, cup of soups, that sort of thing. And everything on this side you can basically eat on the go. And I'm going to cook on this little alcohol burner stove that I made from a cat food tin, and a lid off a tin of air gun pellets, and I've wrapped some stove rope around. It's a design I've seen on the internet. It's something it wasn't my idea, I got it off somebody else, so I'm not going to claim that it was my invention. But the beauty with that is you don't need a pot stand. Your pot just sits directly onto the stove. It's a bit more power hungry. It uses a lot more meths. And I've got 2 bottles of meths, but I've also got a couple of buddy burners just in case. And that's my windshield. But I'm kind of like behind this little crag, rock, whatever. So I'm not gonna get much wind, although it is picking up like. Some beautiful views of day. That's the reason why people go wild camping, because it makes sense. You know it makes sense. So this is it, guys. This is my little camping spot for the night. A nice little sheltered area for cooking. A nice little flat area to put my bivvy out. And I've got views like this. Who could ask for more? I'm not actually sure how much to put in here, like. And it is a bit power hungry, this, like. It eats a lot of fuel. So I've got 2 bottles, so I'm not too fussed. And I've got buddy burners as well, if I should run out. Just get it slapped in. So I've used that much, however much that much is, I don't know. I'm not used to this blooming meth slog. I'm used to drinking it, that's about it. Just kidding. Oh, nearly burnt my fingers. Yep, that's lit. Quite fierce, that, like. Don't know how well you can see that. Still a bit windy, like. I don't think meths is very good for the hills, like. I'm trying different things. Still don't want to bring me petrol stove, like. But I've got all this food here I can eat cold. Even the meatballs, eat them cold as well. Couldn't eat the dehydrated stuff, like, but if push comes to shove, I'll not starve, that's for sure. Right, I put my lid on, everything will heat up a lot quicker. She's got a fierce flame on her, like. And it's black all, as you can see. But I'm only heating about 300 millilitres of water, so it shouldn't take too long. Well, it's ran out, like, but it was water wasn't exactly boiling, but it was hot enough to make the mash, so that much, which is quite a lot when you think about it, like, that much just to get, you know, a small amount of water boiling. And I've got to put some more in because I need to heat this up. Get that bad boy slapped in there. The best part of the animal, that's from, you know, the lips and arseholes. And I think that's about what I'm through, like. I'm not too impressed with that stove. It's a bit fuel hungry. And that wind is picking up, like. But I've got a nice hot meal to tuck into. That's what it's all about. I'm going to tuck into my meal and I'm going to enjoy the views and give you a little bit of wild camping telly, because this is where it's at. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense. That was a family come up and they were up here and then they went away and this was left. Interesting. Looked like a witch from doing there. Well, this is the top of the summit of Anglers Crag. That's a small cairn. And that's where I came from. That's the dam at Ennerdale. And the walk kind of comes around here and up onto the fell. Not a very long walk, actually. You know, probably take you about 30 minutes to get here. Probably not even that. And it's not that high in elevation. And like I say, you haven't got to go miles up there. An extra couple of 100 metres in height. Yeah, you're going to see a few more mountains, but you've got some fantastic views here. And I think I'm just one of these people. I just want to find that spot I'm happy at. I'm not a fell bagger, a Wainwright bagger, or whatever you want to call them. You know, where they want to do like 10 Wainwrights in one day. I mean, it's nice to say you've done them, but I'm not going to, like, you know, religiously, you know, every time I'm out, I've got to get at least a wainwright under my belt. You know, that's not the way I am. I just want to come out and just find a beautiful place, chill out, do a wild camp, film it, you know, and hopefully, you know, you guys will enjoy watching it, experiencing, you know, what I'm experiencing. I know it's not exactly the same. It can never be the same. You know, no video can do justice. You've got to be out here in person to appreciate it. It's just a beautiful place. And I love Ennerdale. It's because it's so remote. And you don't really see very many people once you get up onto the fells. It's just a magical place. I love this time of day when the sun's setting and the last rays of light casts long shadows on the mountains and illuminates it in different tones and textures and colours. It makes everything look pink, like a pinky red colour. It doesn't happen for very long though, but when it does, it's really spectacular. It makes me look romantic, doesn't it? On my own, with a sheep for company. Strange things might happen tonight. Oh, Flossie, where are you? Oh no. Absolutely fantastic. Over there you got Bonus Knot and behind it Herdus. Next to that is Great Bone. Then Starling Dodd. Red Pike. High Style. High Crag. Haystacks. Probably too far away to see haystacks, but it's right at the top of the valley. And dominating the head of the valley is Pillar. Illuminated by the last rays of sunshine. And the moon's come out. Up there you got Crag Fell, where I was going to go originally to do a wild camp, but you know, I'm getting old. And I thought, nah, I've got just as good of a view down here. Just absolutely stunning. In fact, it's absolutely stunning anywhere you go in the Lake District. Next to that, you got the Pinnacles. Unusual rock outcrop. Some nice shapes. It would have been nice to do a bivvy camp amongst them. Some nooks and crannies to explore. It's like an alien world, isn't it? Could be Mars. But those mountains in the distance, that's Scotland. Dumfries and Galloway. Well, the sun's gone down and that was spectacular, that lake. Not very often you get weather like this in the Lake District. The visibility is just outstanding. But it is getting cold and I'm starting to lose the light, so I'm not going to waffle. I'm just going to, in fact I might even make a coffee, get a brew on, walk around, warm up a little bit, because it is a bit early to get inside my bivvy bag and wait for the stars to come out. I don't know if it's going to get dark enough this time of year for night lapses, because it's just a few days past the solstice and it doesn't really get dark this time of year. It stays like a kind of twilight. But that's it, I'm not going to waffle. If I've got anything more interesting to say, I'll switch on, but if not, you'll see us all tomorrow. Well, what can I say about this place? If you fancy doing a wild camp on Anglers Crag, you'll not be disappointed. It's just a beautiful place, and in many ways it's like Bonus Knot. You know, the wild camp that I did a while back, it's not the highest fell, in fact it's one of the lower ones. You know, it just goes to show you don't have to climb, you know, hundreds of metres into the stratosphere to get fantastic views. It's easy accessible as well. You know, there's a free car park in Ennerdale. You can park there overnight. There's no sign saying you can't. And like I say, it's not that difficult and arduous to get here. Where I slept, it was in a small hollow, virtually flat, and I wasn't moving around or anything. And on the end, there's a little earth mound, almost like a pillow. It's as if it was designed that way. And where I was cooking, it was sheltered by that rock. Wind was coming from over that direction. And it also was a sitting area as well. So a sitting area and cooking area all in one. Right, I'm going to get away. Anglers Crag Ennerdale. Get out and do a bit of wild camping. You know it makes sense.